welcome back to my channel. And today I am out to do 5 frames with the Kono Galaxy. I shot the earlier part of the roll with a little still life with some shells and some backlighting, a little experimenting with this film. And I planned on maybe only shooting about half that roll, but I went a little bit further than that. So I've got 5 frames, possibly 6 left. I really wanted to get a chance to test this film out in the daylight and see how that sort of color spectrum is going to behave out here. I do know from reading up on the film that the sort of darker, more shaded the environment, the stronger the effect I'm gonna get. So I'm gonna start out in the banana plantation and see if I can find myself a nice, beautiful purple banana flower and in a shaded area to see how that works. And then I'm going to go out into some bright lights, daylight area also to see if there is some effect that I can measure with this film. So I am on the way to the banana plantation right now, and hopefully I'll find what I want. All right, 1 down. We probably got 4 more to go. Just stick around in the farmland here and try and get out into the open field area and see if there's something in the daylight. The wind obviously is picking up, and it's been picking up all day. But this is the time I have to come out, so I gotta make the best of it while I can. So hopefully the pictures come out all right. It's not too bad, not too blurry. Let's see what we can do. I need to remember this spot right here. Black and white film day for sure. This thing is like an unfinished, half brutalist piece of architecture in this lovely finished gray cement. Yeah, this is black and white film day all over the place. But that's another day. But definitely keep that one in mind. Could be a really interesting spot. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop into this farm here, and I'm liking what I see. Look at this thing. Lovely little tiny farm, full of some different color and foliage and all sorts of lovely stuff. So let's find a photo in here for frame number 2. So the wind it just keeps on picking up, and my plan at one point was to go down to the beach to try to get some seascapes, and it's getting pretty dusty and not so pleasant. So I'm second guessing that plan. Again, I'm only doing the 5 frames, so it's not an absolute necessity that I really think about the composition and everything. I just sort of want to see how the film sort of behaves in different environments. Maybe I'll still head down to the beach. Maybe there's a little break in the breeze or something. I'm not really seeing a whole lot more in this farmland. I've got dust in my eye. I've got papayas on the left, and I got emptiness on the right, and not seeing a lot that really draws my attention right now. Maybe it is time to go back to the car and head to the beach and just by chance see if there's something that's really interesting. hopefully you can see behind me the sand's blowing up on the beach right here. And so that's the part that I kind of wanted to avoid. Who knows? I'll hang out for a little bit. Maybe we'll get a little sort of break in there and get something. I haven't sort of walked this part of the beach area for quite some time. So, you know, maybe something new will show up. Not sure, but I got 3 frames left. Shouldn't be too hard to find 3 shots, right? I mean, normally I can find 30 without much effort. So I don't know how this is gonna work, but I gotta get it done and develop these shots. I'm really excited to see what's on the roll. This roll has the Shell still life I mentioned earlier, and that's what I really want to see. Like, that's the thing that I'm really excited to get my eyes on. So I don't want to sort of be too picky with the last couple of frames, but at the same time, I do want to learn about the film in a way that I can make some future decisions about how I would use this film, and you know, whether or not I want to buy more or not, right? Honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna be a little picky. I can't get over that fact. So let's see what we can find. All right, I think I found my shot. This actually is a shot that I'm gonna need to have the wind blowing. I want to be looking out over the sea, and I want that sand and that dust blowing out over the sea in the frame. So now I need the wind. So hopefully I get what I want. Whoa, all right. Got the shots, and I think you can feel the wind on that one. I blew the GoPro right over. Getting a little dusty. Woo! Let's clean it up. I took 2. I got a lot of sand, so I was like, might as well take advantage of the moment when I got it. All right, so 1 left, possibly 2, depending on how I set up the roll when I put it in the camera. And there's a beautiful minaret of an old mosque right up here. This really nice sort of faded blue touch of aqua in there. And I think that's a pretty awesome shot for the last attempt. And if I got 1 more frame, there is the little 3D printed building right over here, which might offer the opportunity for 1 more shot. But my first target is I want to get this old mosque minaret. Apparently I did my loading of the film just right. I've got 1 more. Maybe there's a mysterious 2 more, but I got 1 more for sure. And this is the 3D printed building behind me. And I think this is gonna be an all right thing to get a final photo of. Be actually interesting to see if the color effect on the film is translated well against a whitish object, and sort of see if the subject of the image has some role to play in how the film behaves. I am shooting at 200, that is the suggested ISO by Kono, So that part is covered. I did do some reading and it talked about, right, the darker the environment and all that kind of stuff. But I live in Salalah. There's always sun and no clouds, and this is normal. So I need to know how this film's gonna behave in the environment that I spend my time shooting in. So I'm just gonna look around here for a little bit and just try to find one interesting composition. And then if that is the end of the roll, that's the end of the roll. Well, that is it. The walkthrough is finished. I'm back at the car, ready to get home and develop this roll of film. So I hope you enjoyed the 6 frames with the Kono Galaxy, and I'll make a determination whether or not I keep on buying this film. Thanks again for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.